This is episode number 415 of the Health and Fitness Podcast by InnerFight. Welcome back to another show. Welcome back to Fitness in Under 3 Minutes. Thanks a lot to Smith Street Paleo for being our show sponsor. Andre, this week's show is all about expectations.
Yes. Especially now that, the Open finished about, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You want to set expectations for the next season, or maybe you have other goals in mind. And I think a general thing is that you want to set your expectations high.
Yeah.
Because if you don't set them high and you just set them for like something you can achieve for sure and being too safe, you're going to hit that and it's not going to feel as fulfilling as, maybe you won't hit what you expect, but you'll hit higher than if you would set a low goal.
Absolutely, man. And I think one of the things, though, you have to be a little bit careful of there is that you really have to earn your right to have certain expectations. Like, the Open's a great example. People have been talking about it a lot in the last few weeks. We spoke about it in the show as well, is that people are like, next year I'm going to make it to regionals. Maybe you don't actually have the right to go from scale to regionals in a season. So although we want you to be high, we also want you to make sure that you know what your rights are.
Exactly. And, when you want to set your expectations, you simply just got to kind of like look at what you're willing to struggle for.
Yeah.
So when you set those expectations, speak to some people who are already at that level and ask what it takes. And then you can determine whether or not you're ready to, sacrifice and struggle for that goal.
Absolutely, mate. Another thing that I think is absolutely super important is people's integrity to actually follow through and do. I heard during the Open, I'm going to get my pull-ups next year. I'm going to get my muscle-ups by next year. We're only less than a month from the end of the Open. How many of you are on a program? How many of you have hired a coach, bought a program, and started practicing it? And that's really, that links back to the point I was saying before of earning your right to have those expectations. Like, you can't just be someone that's going around and saying, I will, I will, I will. If you say I will, I want to see you do.
Exactly.
And I don't want to hear anything until you start doing.
Bang. Right on. And last one is that, sometimes it's not going to go as you expected, even though you did everything in order to achieve that one goal.
Yeah.
And just understand that's a part of the process and it's a part of the journey. And sometimes, you're not going to hit it, but you just got to persevere and keep thriving in order to hit that one goal.
I think that's super important, mate. It's good to have those aims super high, the expectations super high, but also understand that you might fall short, you might have a failure. I've had plenty of failures. That's all right. We have to learn from them, but there's no point in starting out and shooting that bar too low and then just not being really sort of motivated and no sense of achievement when you actually hit it. So there we go, folks. That's all about expectations, what to do with them, and how to get them in fitness in under 3 minutes.